Hi, and welcome back to Advent with Antonia. On Christmas Eve in 2012, Pope Benedict XVI, formerly Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, preached a homily entitled Solemnity of the Nativity of the Lord in St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. In the following year, he went on to famously retire from papacy, the first pope to ever do so in 600 years, and he died last year in 2022. Again and again, the beauty of the gospel touches our hearts, a beauty that is the splendor of truth. Again and again, it astonishes us that God makes himself a child so that we may love him, so that we may dare to love him. And as a child, trustingly lets himself be taken into our arms. It is as if God were saying, I know that my glory frightens you, and that you are trying to assert yourself in the face of my grandeur. So now I am coming to you as a child, so that you can accept me and love me. The angels surrounding God begin by simply proclaiming the joy of seeing God's glory. In their words, it is as if we were hearing the sounds of heaven. There is no question of attempting to understand the meaning of it all, but simply the overflowing happiness of seeing the pure splendor of God's truth and love. We want to let this joy reach out and touch us. Truth exists. Pure goodness exists. Pure light exists. God is good, and God is the supreme power above all powers. Once the angels departed, the shepherds said to one another, Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened for us. The shepherds went with haste to Bethlehem, the evangelist tells us. A holy curiosity impelled them to see this child in a manger. The great joy of which the angels spoke had given them wings. Let us go over to Bethlehem. Trans-eamus is what the Latin Bible says. Let us traverse, go across, daring to step beyond, to make the transition by which we step outside our habits of thought and habits of life, across the purely material world into the real one, across to the God who, in his turn, has come across to us. The shepherds made haste. Holy curiosity and holy joy impelled them. In our case, it is probably not very often that we make haste for the things of God. God does not feature among the things that require haste. The things of God can wait, we think and we say. And yet God is the most important thing. Ultimately, the one truly important thing. Why should we not also be moved by curiosity to see more closely? At this hour, let us ask him to touch our hearts with the holy curiosity and the holy joy of the shepherds. And thus let us go over joyfully to Bethlehem, to the Lord who today once more comes to meet us.